And I'm streaming now. So anything you say now will be live, even though you haven't called it to order. John says it keeps flipping past screens. So if everybody could go ahead and mute themselves unless, you know, I guess maybe your Miss Penny or Dr. Gaz or whoever is going to be running the meeting.
Penny, we'll just wait till 6 o'clock and then you call it to order.
Okay.
Hey, Jill,
Yes.
I've got it on my phone. I don't see anything up yet.
Yeah, John just said the same thing. He said there was a lag last time, so that's why we started a few minutes early. He did say that the channel isn't showing the live stream. I'm streaming from this, and then he picks it up on that. I can go in and make sure he used the right link.
Well, it's 6 o'clock.
Are we good to go?
Hold on 1 minute. We're just double checking the live stream. How are we looking, Jill?
He said he just stopped and restarted.
Okay. Few more minutes, guys. Waiting for John to get things rebooted.
Okay, since we're not live streaming right this second, let me say that if we give this a reasonable chance and it does not get up and running, let's go ahead and have the meeting, because I'm sure there's going to be plenty of technical difficulties with meetings like this all over the state.
Okay.
And we can ratify it at a later point in time.
Okay. Now, Fulton, if we can't get it up and running, we are recording it. Can I
Yep.
can we then upload the recording at least?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and that way people could, if they have comments, they could email us or whatever they need to do.
Right. I mean, they have a right to listen. They don't necessarily have to be able to see.
Right.
Dr. Gaddis, John just says he's not sure why it's still not streaming. Same settings as our test. So I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, it's like Fulton just said, we're recording, so we can record everything. And once everything gets to where it should be, we can just upload it, Jill.
Yeah, it won't take my time. I'll send that link to him as soon as we're done. Within 10 minutes of the meeting finished, we can have that uploaded.
Okay.
Me too. Does anybody have Vicky's number to text her to post it to Facebook?
Yeah, I'll do that right now before we start.
Okay.
All right, I sent that to her. We have 27 subscribers, so we have more people than we would normally have at a regular meeting. So, Fulton, you think we're okay to go ahead and start?
I really don't think we have any other option if we need to
Okay.
meet, and we do need to meet.
Okay. All right, Penny, go ahead.
All right. Good evening. Welcome to the April 21st, 2020 virtual meeting of the Somerset County Board of Education. A few ground rules. Members' microphones should be off except for when I call for a vote or you wish to make a comment. Voting will be called and affirmed by roll. Melissa, will you please call the roll?
Chairperson Nicholson,
Here.
Vice Chairperson Greendale,
Here.
Board Member Wells,
Here.
Board Member Brittenham,
Present.
Board Member Monk,
Here.
Mrs. Bardemy,
And present.
Mr. Davis,
Here.
Mr. Jeffers,
Here,
Dr. Gaddis,
Here.
all are present.
Thank you very much. You have before you the copy of this evening's agenda. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Madam Chair, I'd like to table the personnel report there's a few questions I have, but we cannot conduct that in open session. It would have to be a closed session.
Okay, may I have a motion then to table the personnel report?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? I'm opposed. Motion carried. You have before you a copy of the open session minutes for February 18th and March 17th in your board packet. May I have a motion to approve February 18th minutes?
I so move.
Move to accept?
Yes.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. You have
I think
before
it'd be, excuse me for interrupting. I think it'd be a good idea if whoever makes a motion and whoever makes a second would state their name at the time they make the motion in the second.
Thank you.
Good.
So Troy, was that you that made the motion?
Yes, it was me.
Troy Brittenham,
I'm sorry, say that again.
Yes, it was me.
Okay. And then who said, Bobby, was that you that seconded?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. All those in favor of accepting both the February 18th and March 17th minutes, say aye.
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 Opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you. Unfinished business, administrative functions, Dr. Gaddis.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You have in front of you policy 600-07, attendance elementary and secondary. We reviewed this with you last meeting. It's been out for 30 days. So I am asking, is this a second reader for approval of policy 600-07?
All right, I'll call the roll for a vote.
Motion to approve.
Second. Margot Gale, second.
Thank you. All those in favor, I'll call the roll. Mr. Brittingham,
Aye.
Ms. Gale,
Aye.
Ms. Monk,
Aye.
Mr. Wells,
Aye.
and myself. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Next is policy 600-47. It is the educational equity policy. Mr. Davis has updated this. He actually sent you a updated copy today that had some new state wording, but the content has stayed the same. You see those changes, and so I'm asking for approval on second reader of policy 600-47.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve? For
Motion
second
to
reading?
approve.
Motion to
Floyd
approve.
Brittingham.
Okay,
Well, motion, second the motion, Margot Gale.
okay. It's been moved and seconded by Mr. Brittingham and Ms. Gale. All those in favor? I'll call the roll. Mr. Brittingham,
Aye.
Ms. Gale,
Aye.
Ms. Monk,
Aye.
Mr. Wells,
Aye.
and myself. Thank you very much.
Good. Okay.
Dr. Gaddis?
Okay. We got new business under
New business.
administrative functions.
Yes.
The first thing you have there is the graduation requirements. As you can see, the state of Maryland requires 21 credits to graduate, while we require 22. I am asking that for this year only, this 22nd credit be waived. That is a contemporary issues class. And the state at their last meeting last Tuesday gave all systems authority to change what they needed to do so the seniors were not penalized due to the COVID closure. So I am asked, we have to do each waiver as a separate action, but I'm asking for approval to be able to waive that 22nd credit for our seniors for this year only.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Board Member Wells.
Second,
Is there-
Floyd Brittingham.
Motion to, second, Margot Gale.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll call for the vote. Mr. Brittingham,
Aye.
Ms. Gale,
Aye.
Ms. Monk,
Aye.
Mr. Wells,
Aye.
and myself. Thank you. Dr. Gaddis, you're,
Thank you. Next is our attendance policy waiver. As we go through the COVID-19 closure, we have been required by the State Department of Education to take attendance. We have come up with a policy on how to do that. However, we will have extreme cases where some students have moved away, and while they may have moved, as an example, to Baltimore County, they are still considered our student. We are getting the addresses, but we are having trouble finding some people because they are misplaced. So the waiver of attendance would allow me to be able to handle individual cases. I will keep track of those, and I will notify you when we have our meetings of what's going on. But rather than have to come and ask for all these exceptions due to this closure. It'll allow me to have a simple process in place, keep you informed, and make a decision as needed. So I'm asking for an attendance policy waiver for this school year only.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion
Motion
to
to approve.
Is there a second? Was that
Second.
you, Pat? Second. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor? I'll call for the vote. Mr. Brittingham?
Aye.
Ms. Gale?
Aye.
Ms. Monk?
Aye.
Mr. Wells?
Aye.
And myself, I vote for that. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Motion
you.
is passed.
My last waiver is for the grading policy waiver. As you are aware, we do have a grading policy. What has happened with this is while we work on the packets that are part of our continuity of learning, and we have our information posted to the web, and we're using Google Classroom, every county is still working through the process on how to grade these. And why this is an issue for us is because we don't know if we're coming back. So what the grading will look like could be completely different if we come back on May 18th versus if we don't. I can tell you what we have decided is that no student should suffer because of what we're going through. And so we have been looking at, but we have not finalized what we're going to do, but a student will only be able to improve their score or improve their grade. So whether we end up doing the culmination of the first 3 quarters and moving up from there, or whether we start everybody at the same place, we want to make sure that no student is penalized because of this. And honestly, you all know, we have some students who will receive no help doing these packets, and that's not their fault. And so we don't want to penalize students. So I'm asking for a one-time exception for this school year or a waiver so that the same thing, I can keep you informed, but I can make decisions on behalf of our students to ensure that they're not penalized by the closure.
Okay. May I have a motion?
Motion to accept the grading policy waiver for Brittingham.
All right. May I have a second?
Second, Margot Gale.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
No, I just think it's a good idea because now a lot of kids are, they don't have the same facilities as others. So, if they are putting forth an effort, I think that they should be rewarded.
Point well taken. May I have all those in favor of granting the waiver?
Aye. Margot Gale.
Okay. Mr. Brittingham?
Aye.
Ms. Monk?
Aye.
Mr. Wells?
Aye.
And I vote affirmative on that as well. Thank you.
Okay, and then the last thing I have is you have a letter for me that is in dealing with contractual employees. When we have looked at everything, I appreciated what the board has done, but we have talked with other counties, not only on the lower shore, but across the state. We have brought everybody back to work, but we have been unable to bring the contractual employees back because the board approved this when the closure initially happened. We've had a number of people, and Ms. Whitelock has talked with folks that we would like to send a letter to the contractual employees. They are eligible for unemployment. They will receive unemployment. That is a benefit that is there. It is not. We will help as needed to make sure they get their unemployment, but we want to be able to temporarily lay off contractual workers on April the 30th. And again, we will make sure that they have the help they need to receive their unemployment compensation because it'll be granted automatically.
Good.
All right, thank you. May I have a motion to approve the waiver of contractual employees' pay?
Motion to approve, Margot Gale.
Is there a second?
Second, Board Member Wells.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, I'll call the roll. Pardon me, Patty, did you have a question?
No, no.
All right. Mr. Brenningham,
Aye.
Ms. Gale, yes?
Aye, yes.
Ms. Monk,
Aye.
Mr. Wells,
Aye.
and I affirm that as well.
Thank you, and I'll keep you updated, and we'll make sure the letter will go out tomorrow, and we will make sure that everybody has their benefits. And if there is anything that changes, we're going to need to be getting together anyway to do a virtual closed and also a virtual budget meeting. So I'll keep you updated and let you know what's going on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can we
John, excuse me.
Yes.
Did you say that you're going to do a virtual closed meeting sometime?
Well, can we do it just with the board, or do we have to actually meet at the board office?
We have to have an open meeting to close it, but you can do that electronically.
Okay, then that's probably, I'd like to schedule something within the next 2 weeks.
You need that by May 1st?
No, we're actually okay for May 1st.
Okay, you're okay on that other issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, we're good. Yes, we're good.
Okay.
So, Chairperson Nicholson, with the monthly financial reports, I was going to have Mrs. Johnson come on. She is online, and have her do the next 4 things on our agenda.
Okay, thank you very much.
Linda? We may be having some technical difficulties. Ms. Johnson, are you there?
John, the board physically has the financial report, so although her explanation is often desirable and helpful, we can approve it.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and move forward then with the February 2020. You have the budget expenditures that were there. You can see where 96.46% encumbered are obligated through the year. So we're looking for approval of the February 2020 expenditure report.
All right, thank you.
Dr. Gaddis, I do have a question on health services.
Okay.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Yes, that would be for expenditures that we put out ahead of time. We had some things. This is from 2020. I know that when we began our conversations, Patty, we ended up ordering an incredible amount of stuff just so we would have what we needed. And so I'm assuming that is what that is from, but I will make sure I'll circle it and I will get something out and email everybody once I talk to Linda.
Okay, thank you.
All
Yep.
right, thank you. Any other questions?
No, I had the same question as Patty, so we're good.
Okay, Troy, was your question answered as well?
Yeah, I had the same question as Patty about the health services.
Yeah, I think we all did that. It just popped right out. All right.
Right.
Okay, may I have a motion to accept pending explanation of health services? Motion to accept.
February 20 expenditures. Troy Brittingham.
Okay, and is there a second?
Second.
I'll second. Oh, well, Bobby is that.
Bobby, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
No further discussion. I'll call for the vote by roll. Troy,
Aye.
Margot,
Aye.
Patty,
Aye.
Bobby Wells,
Aye.
and I also approve as chairman. All right.
Okay. Next, we've got our food and nutrition report from February. You can see with our CEP, we are in the hole right now, as you would expect, because we have not received, or at that point, we had not received any reimbursement. I will tell you this, it has been a godsend to us to have this program, especially now with what's going on and all of the feeding that we are doing. So that is just for your information. Exhibit 5B2 is our food and nutrition report. And then I'll move on to our March 2020 budget expenditures. If you look at that, I'm sure you have a question on the one, which is health services. And you have to love technology. Linda is on, but for some reason she can't talk. I text her and she says we have been over with supplies and nurse sub costs. We're having quite a few of our nurses have been out, and as you know, we have to replace and we have to have a sub for a nurse. So that's what the overage has been. So you can see from February to March, that went up about $2,150, and that's all sub cost.
Okay.
So asking for
Dr. Gadd,
yes.
I got one question back to food service. Are we ordering the same amount that we normally do by month or by a period that we would if school was normally in? Or are we cutting back, or are we still doing the same? How's that working?
Well, right now, as an example, on Mondays and Wednesdays, we're preparing about 8,500 meals. So just looking at that, I think we're going to see those numbers go down. But one of the things we're going to have to look at is we'll be reimbursed for what we're doing with food because we're doing more deliveries and different kinds of deliveries. So we'll have to see how that all plays out after the reimbursement.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
so asking for action on the March 2020 budget expenditures.
All right.
Motion to approve, Board Member Wells.
Okay. Is there a second?
Abraham.
Troy? I'll call for the vote by roll. Troy?
Aye.
Margot?
Aye.
Patty?
Aye.
Bobby?
Aye.
And I affirm also. Thank you. Dr. Gaddis, did you want, I know we've tabled the personnel report. Did you want to make any comments?
No, we'll talk about it in close, but you all can look at that, and what you can see is there is one thing on there, the promotion that will need approval. Everything else is a transfer or a resignation. There was only one promotion, but we can talk about that when we schedule our closed and next open meeting.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
And if you don't mind, Madam Chair, I'll send some dates out. But since we can do this, it'd be nice to be able to maybe before the end of the month do this half hour, 45 minutes, just to keep everybody updated as to what's going on. And unfortunately, it looks like this is going to be the norm. So there's nothing wrong with a little bit more practice. As we saw, we practiced last night. It was fine. And today it didn't work.
That's
All right.
technology for you.
Okay. All right. I guess that was all that we had on our agenda.
Are we to hang on to these laptops till further notice?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Lord.
good point, Bobby. All right. All right. The board will meet in its regular open meeting on Tuesday, May 19th, 2020 at the Somerset County Board of Education at 4 p.m. to immediately consider voting to convene in a closed meeting pursuant to Section 3-305B of the General Provisions Article of the Annotated Code of Maryland. The board will reconvene an open regular meeting at 6 p.m. Additional information will be posted on the Somerset County Public Schools website. I know I normally go last on board member comments, but I'd like to kind of go first this evening. I want to tell all of our teachers and staff how much they're appreciated and how much they're missed by their students. And also to thank the volunteers who work so hard to feed our children.
Yeah.
I've run into a couple of parents at Food Lion, and they keep asking, when are we coming back? My kids miss their teachers. I have kids that stop me that are going back from my house on their bicycle that will stop and ask me or tell me how much they miss school. Now, if you ask them that during the regular part of the year, they might not say the same thing, but to show you, you do make a difference in their lives. This is a very unusual, sometimes scary and lonely time when we're not able to have that personal contact, which is really important during times of stress or uncertainty. So reach out verbally, stay safe, stay well, wash your hands, and sing a happy birthday to yourself or row that boat down the stream. That's the nurse instructor in me coming out. So stay safe, stay well, stay positive. You are welcome to reach out to me and any members of the Board of Education. Thank you. Any other board would like to make a comment?
Yes, I had the opportunity to stop by Washington High on Friday morning and see the team in action, and it was totally awesome the way you guys were working and doing the task of getting meals together. The camaraderie, the fun, the energy was just, and Dr. Gaddis, you and your team and anybody that's been in there in the schools, I think we're the best county in the state now as how we're dealing with this mess that, has been dropped upon us and everybody else. But your team, your staff, phenomenal. And I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're here.
Okay. I just want to ditto all of the remarks that have been made. I don't think that there's another group of people that have responded as well as the ones here in Somerset County. We always get a bad rap sometimes, but when you come in and you see exactly what's going on and and just the camaraderie and how everybody works together. And this has been really, really, really a trying time, but we've been up to the task. So Dr. Gaddis and the rest of the team, continue to do what you're doing. You make us proud.
Thank you. Any
I
more?
just want to say, thanks for keeping us updated. Even though we can't be there as much as we often would, but you have kept us informed every step of the way. So when people contact us, we have an answer for them and they're not left hanging. So, great job for you. Thanks for keeping us informed and keep doing what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And I would like to say, sorry,
Go ahead,
Dr.
Patty.
Rose.
Go
No,
ahead,
I would
Patty.
just like to say, thank you to all the staff. One of the things I was watching on TV today was the importance of relationships, and that's one of the things they're worried about, the student and teacher relationship. And I know that our staff members are making contacts weekly, and that's a very important part of what's going on. So thanks to all that are doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to say thanks to the staff. It has been quite an experience. It's been it's been interesting to watch, to partake in, and to be in the middle of this. You all have felt some of my frustrations with my emails. You know, we've been working with principals, and Tom has taken the lead on the continuity of learning. And we are 25 days into this. And on Friday, we finally got a list of 13 things that had to be in our plan. When you've done the amount of work and we've had packets that are being mailed out, it's been a lot. And so we're very fortunate that when we started doing the meals a long time ago, 5 weeks, it's hard to believe, we had to turn people away. In fact, one day we turned over 100 people away, and that's when you could have up to 50 people in the building. And we had our next 2 days filled out. But, you know, everybody's played a part. We have a core group that we all know, and we know we're safe around. And as Mr. Wells said, when he came in, we've all got our gloves on. We've got our face mask on. We're listening to music, and we're doing what we can to keep spirits high. I want you to know that Channel 47 came by today, and I had they didn't come by. We had a Zoom, and I was very honest with them about there's a lot of money that will be coming our way. We've already talked with Linda. I have to, superintendent, try and lead our leadership team to a point past May 18th. I hope we come back May 18th. I don't see how. So I'm thinking about the fall. And if this goes that long, what do? We are going to have money to buy laptops and do a one-on-one initiative with grades 6 through 12. And that's great, but it's wasted money if there's not internet. And so today I went on Channel 47 and was just very honest and said, I'm tired of people talking about rural internet and broadband. If you live off a quarter mile off of 413, you can't get internet. And hotspots don't work for us in a lot of our areas. So everything that we want to do, we're hampered because there's not reliable or affordable internet. So we're banging that drum. We're out there doing what we can do. We're mailing about 1,800 packets a week that, you know, again, we keep track. It's reimbursable, but it's somewhere between $3,000 and $3,500 a week in mailings to send the information out. It's a lot of money. And so I just want to thank the teachers because they are out there. They're hunting down. I know we've got 2 schools that are at 100%. Washington High School being our biggest school, I believe today she reported is at 94% making notice. And we simply have families who their cell phones are not, they don't have minutes on their cell phone, or the students have moved during this. And so we are responsible for finding them. Our staff is working hard making the packets, but also reaching out to our students, which is what we've asked them to do. We've got 12 months back in our buildings. We've got projects that are being done. Most of the schools have been restripped as far as their floors, re-cleaned. And so we're getting a lot of summer work done this spring while maintaining 10 people or less in our buildings. So everybody's working hard. We're all doing our part, and we're communicating. I do want to point out, if everybody would look at our county webpage, all the way on the main page to the right now is a special COVID-19 page. It's got links and resources for parents, from wellness to academics. It also has the latest information, and we're slowly getting the packets uploaded so people have the ability to go on and see what's happening. Our continuity of learning plan will be updated and will be there as well. So we're reaching out. We're doing posts on Facebook every night. I'm sending an update to staff. I do an update on Facebook just to try and have some fun with folks. My dog has been in the last couple of the videos just to kind of bring some normalcy to a very unnormal time. And so I appreciate the effort that the board has made. I'll keep you updated as much as I can, but check your email. keep the laptops, and we'll get together and we'll I'll send out a text and we'll get a meeting scheduled for about 2 weeks, so we can have some discussion, and a lot can happen in 2 weeks. So I would just feel better being able to do that, and that's all I have.
All right, thank you. All right, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Waiver in.
Everybody, I'll check everybody off for that one. And a second, please. Well, I'll put
Second.
Margot and Troy.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye. Margot
Aye.
Gale, aye.
I can hear all your voices. Aye.
No,
Right down
okay.
the. Okay. I'm sure no one's opposed. Motion carried. Thank you very much. And Sunny, my parakeet, can ring the bell. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay.
Jill, will you let us know when you're not recording?
I will. Still recording right this second, but John just texted me and said that he streamed the final 2 minutes. I don't know what happened, but we got the final 2 in.
That would be known as the John Gaddis show.
Would you like me to stop recording now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.